Coolio. How y'all doing?
Here we is.
Right. So we're just gonna wait a little bit so we can get some people on. Ooh.
I feel like man's gonna bust in that door.
Probably. Ooh. I like y'all colors. Y'all all color coordinated. Got like the pinks and the reds, and we just sitting over here.
We're black. It was all black. How do I feel right now?
Black. Oh my gosh. All right.
Johnny, you got the stick in my head now. There's something about you, girl.
We're live. I hope you know that.
I know we're live. I know we're live.
Oh my gosh.
I'm saying you got to stick in my head.
I can't deal. All right.
I forgot what was this other song he had.
No, we're not going to sing Ice JJ Fish today. That's not happening.
Yes.
We're not going down that boat of Ice JJ Fish. I'm done. Yeah. Yo, we're about to get it popping tonight. Is it 7:30?
Yeah, 7:30.
Oh, well, go ahead and hit that. Go ahead and hit that button, Days.
7:31. Lord.
I'm not religious no more, I'm off the cuff. Off to learn new things, I'm on a bus. Walking to my dreams in a tux. Everywhere I go is kingdom come. Dad gum, my inheritance so long that it causes conundrums. Wanna understand what I stand on. Yo, it's a brain blast, Jamie Neutron, yeah. Don't need a mic to drop it, don't need a space to rock it. Don't gotta click to copy, I got it. They call me a pastor prophet, a prophet. I can't knock it, I can't stop it.
It's the Creators Podcast.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Live on Facebook and Zoom. Oh yeah. Live on Facebook and we live on Zoom. Yeah. Live on Facebook and we live on Zoom. Yeah. Live on Facebook and we live on Zoom. Yeah. Live on Facebook and we live on Zoom. From the day we started this podcast, we knew it was gonna last. We say what we feel and we keep it real, so you know that we're the deal. Creators Podcast. It's us movement. Creators Podcast. It's us movement. Yo, let me stop.
What the heck?
Yo,
What is going on
good?
right now?
It's your boy
wait, what?
AJ the Sheriff coming with the creators, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a movement, you know what I'm saying?
That's legit.
I see
So-
y'all.
That's super legit.
So we come through. Now, y'all want to know why I did Circle of Life parody for our podcast? Well, today's topic is push and pull, your tug of war. And what better represents a representation of tug of war than what Simba went through? You know, it's like, what was his push and pull? He pulled away from his throne because he felt like he was responsible for his father's death. And what was pushing him towards it, even when everybody else was in the mindset thinking that he had something to do with it, they still wanted him to be on his throne because they know he was the only one, he was the right one to lead it. So that was his push and pull with it. Even though they didn't know the full facts, all they knew was Scar put in their minds. Rafiki and Nala still was pushing him to go to his kingdom, to his throne, and he was pulling away from it because of his mindset. So that's what we're going to talk about today. What's your tug of war? What's your push and pull? So no, with further ado, Coach Me, it's up to you.
Look.
Wow.
First of all, you already know Lion King is like my favorite movie. So,
Wow.
second of all, them shirts though, I'm just
like,
salty I ain't got one.
I'm like, should I be waiting for a package in Amazon or where'd y'all get that?
I got it made at the mall like Wednesday, but I wanted it was just a prototype because what I was doing is I was waiting for the picture that I had sent to him. It got our color effect on it with the actual. It's a smooth it on top of it. So he's waiting on it, and he's gonna let me know how he'd be able to put it on there. So then this is just the prototypes right now. But I got the hat. I had to get the hat done. So like creative, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Well,
just to get it going.
well,
He said,
y'all keep tuned.
Because I'm definitely sweating.
It looked like we gonna have some merch soon, so stay tuned. Y'all, my words is all twisted.
Ooh.
Anyway. So again, we are here with you on this lovely Friday night. Woo, woo. It's the creatives. Hey. Okay. But so as AJ eloquently said, we will be talking about tug of war. What is your push and pull? So we are going to just start it off. Yo, I'm still kind of stuck on that Simba thing. That was fire. Like, if we're talking about like a good push and pull, if you're trying to figure out what we was talking about, like Simba is like the perfect subject.
where's your tattoo?
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know if they can see it. You can't see it for real. Where's it?
She did it to her skin.
So hold on, let me zoom in on my phone.
I know, right? Anyway, I got a Simba tattoo on my arm because I felt like, at least for me, it was just really important to remember who you are, where you're going. So not letting things pull you away from where you're going and keep pushing towards your goals. So our first question for tonight, what keeps you going? What's your push?
I think for me, like, what keeps me going is like I want to say like my past. It's like I know what it's like to like not be able to support myself, not being able to do what you want to do, like not being able to just enjoy life. I know what it feels like. And so now that like I'm slowly growing into my own and trying to figure out like what is my purpose, it's allowing me to be able to just continue being optimistic and seeing like what I know I can accomplish or what I can do. Like for right now, like it's schooling, working, financials, like everything. It's just like, well, now that I got it, now that I'm doing it, it's like I don't want to go back to that. I just need to keep moving forward. And then I got kids on top of that. So it's like I'm building their future along with trying to figure out my purpose, figure out like I know what I want to do for my future and like my goals that I'm trying to reach, but it's just like going on that path to try to keep going towards my goals, because I have so many things that just for my family alone that we want to accomplish, and it's just remembering where you came from and where you're trying to go. That's like what keeps me like going forward.
Dang.
Yeah, I know, right? That was like that was huge. Remembering where you came from and where you're trying to go. And that's huge. Cause like, you know, a lot of us like we'll be in that place where we forget where we came from. It's like we get to where we want to go, but we forget where we came from. Yeah. And so then like that's how you get stuck. You forget where you came from. You be like, oh, yep, I'm good. But no, like when you remember where you came from, it keeps you pushing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it keeps you humble also. It keeps you like kind of like, well, I'm better than you now because like no, you was the same way, like you
That
came
part.
from a past too, so
Right.
let's keep calming down a little bit. It's like for example like money wise, it's just like now that I'm bringing in income and stuff like that, it's just like, well, if this is what it feels like to just be able to go somewhere whenever you want to
Right.
and spend money and do whatever, it's just like, but then I
Oh.
gotta remember, well, you remember when you wasn't able to do that, when you had bills you couldn't even pay, you have to decide which bill you want to pay. Like now it's, so I have to remember, okay, let's not get too big headed. Just because you got it don't mean you need to go and just spend it on whatever. Because
Yeah.
What?
Amazon been my best friend these past couple of months. Me and Amazon, like 5 or 6 packages a day for no reason. Stuff I don't even need. So, but it's just remembering, like, okay, you remember when you barely can even put 2 pennies together, like, you need to calm down a little bit. Got it good, but you need to just remember where your goal is. So I'm calming down a little bit, just a little.
Look, I see you, girl. I see you. Do your thing.
So it's interesting because it's like when you say like to remember where you came from, it's like for me it's in a weird way because it's like there were certain things in my life that I actually miss, you know, like things I'm like, dang, because because you can get stuck because you forgot your past as far as like in a negative way of like things that you grew out from. But then you can also get stuck when it's like, dang, why don't I do that anymore? Like I was like, I need to get back to that place, at the same time. But I think the answer to the cure to both of those things is yes, to appreciate and to remember the past, but the main cure is really just to keep pushing and look forward at the same time. Because it's like when you said remember where you came from, it made me think of the tour that I was on called Become, and like that was like one of our biggest things. Like our our motto is it's like you can't become anything unless you remember what your foundation is. There was a line that I said in the little short film that we did. I said, what will you become when you remember who you are? And it really like it is a deep question, but it's actually a really simple answer. You'll become yourself. You'll simply become yourself. And so that definitely is that, like, we just started and I'm like, dang, that's resonating already. It's like coming in hot.
Right.
And so yeah, that's good. What's your thoughts, AJ?
I know. I was like, I want to see what AJ got to say.
I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna save the deep stuff for later in the conversation. We'll see full steam. We just get it started. So let me work them in to the deep AJ. So, but for me, it's like,
here he goes.
It goes off like no. I would just say it's like what pushes you. It all depends on what phase of you are in your life, really. Because what pushes me now is different from what pushed me to where I'm at before. Like when I was younger, before I had kids, what pushed me was I just want to make my mom proud. So whatever I need to do to make my mom proud. Then I meet my wife. We have our kid. We have Nyla, which is named after the Lion King movie, so it resonates with us too. But we had our daughter, so now I'm pushing. Okay, now what pushed me was I wanted to be the man, the father that I didn't have for my daughter. And now I have 4 kids, married for 6 years with my wife, and now what pushing me is what do I need to do to make sure my family is secure and moving forward, that my kids have no lack or basically what pushes me the most, I'm gonna say this, what pushes me the most is I want to destroy that stereotype that they have on young Black men. It's like there's so many negative aspects on it. It's like because it's not just Black people though that have deadbeat fathers, but somehow that just got stuck with the Black community, that we're the only ones who fathers leave. I'm like, dude, I got plenty of white friends, they dad, and so it's not just us, but for some reason we're the ones who we think of deadbeat dad, they automatically assume Black. So if that's what they do, I know for me, and I know there's a lot of young black dudes that I grew up. I haven't seen a deadbeat yet, or anybody, because we're striving so much. Like the generations now are striving to fight that one stigma, because from what I know, we don't want our kids to have the life that we had. It's like it's bad. It's harder when you under a single parent home, and you got multiple siblings. Like watching my mom fight to take care of me and my brother. And I was like, and we're by ourselves, so we moving from place to place. That pushes me, because I don't want that to happen for my kids, because she got to work double because somebody ain't want to help out with their responsibility. Well, I got 5 responsibilities, not just 4. I got 4 kids and a wife. She is my responsibility because we part of one. So whenever she's lacking in something, I'm supposed to take care of it, and vice versa. And my kids, they're growing under me, so they need a strong foundation. So what pushes me is to make sure that my kids, they don't know what struggle is. They don't know what it is not to have a father in life. They don't know not what's good or wrong. They don't. I want my kids to be smart and aware, but also to grow up in a situation where they don't know the struggles that I'm fighting for my life every day. Don't know what's gonna happen if I get pulled over by a cop or anything like that. I don't want them to have that mindset. I would just want them to grow, live. That's what pushes me, is to almost like how they the saying where you always want to just make sure your kids just grow up happy, not knowing that there's bad things in the world. Like that's, I strive for that, where I know it's not gonna be possible. I know they're gonna have to deal with the harsh realities of it, but I don't want them to deal with that until they're older. I don't want them to have to worry about that, going to school, daycare, and stuff like that. No, they need to be hit with the cares of the world when they turn 18 and stuff like that. To that point, then they get hit with the responsibilities of the world. So that's what I strive for. That's my push, is to make the most possible fairy tale growing up living for my kids and my family that they have. As much as a fairy tale I can make it, that's my goal. That's what pushes me.
Sure.
Dang, man, I feel that. Oh, that got me. Oh, no, man, that was good. I know, like, yeah. No, that's real. That's real, because, like, especially just, again, men have that stigma where it's like, and again, like you said, not just Black men, but men in general have that stigma that they're not going to be there for their kids. They're not going to take care of their kids, whatever have you. And it's like, just being able to like come out and be like, yo, like, this is what I want to do. And this is what's pushing me. Like, your family is your motivator. And that is amazing, because having that, having your family, having your husband, having your wife as your motivator, like, I don't know, at least for me, I'll be like, it just made me want to do more. It makes me want to grind harder, because I'm like, I have somebody that I'm doing it for, especially when it was just me and my son. Yo, like, I was like, look, kid, I love you, and we just go make this work.
Yeah, man.
Look, I was like, moved out of my parents' house, like making like $7 an hour, whatever that means now, right?
Right?
Had this little apartment.
That ain't
and I was
nothing.
like, all right, we gonna do this. We gonna make this work.
That's phone bill money with that $7 an hour. That's phone bill money.
Taco Bell every night.
But you know what I mean, though? It like causes you to grind hard, though, because it was like, okay, am I just gonna settle for having this $7 an hour? Am I gonna try and like hustle and get some side businesses and like really try and make some, like, have some extra income, so that way we're not lacking nothing. We have what we need. We can take care of what we need to take care of. We ain't gotta eat Taco Bell every night. We can get, fancy and go get some shrimp and steak, because some shrimps, okay? You know what I mean? Like, eat good, have a good time, and not have to be in that place. Because I've been in that place where it's like, you ain't got the money that you need, struggling, trying to make ends meet, car getting repossessed, like,
oh, what?
You gotta choose which bill you can pay this time and which bill you gotta wait to pay for next time.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Look, I think all of
our evictions all over the place.
We had it all.
Right. Yeah. But it's like, especially when you've been in those places, because when I tell you, like, January, that I was going through it hard in January. My car got repoed. We was behind on the bills, trying to figure everything out. And I was like, you know what? I ain't letting this happen again. The devil is a lie. Like, no. So
no.
Look, that was that push for me. That was that push I needed. Like, bruh, like you don't have your car, you can't even get to work right now. Like, I think I just started my job too. I didn't have my car. I was stressing. I'm not going back down that road again. I told myself, I was like, look, we're gonna get our stuff in order, get our budget together, right? Yeah. Get our budget together, put our money where it needs to go, make sure our stuff is paid first before we do all this extra spending, because it's like that extra spending causes you to get into a place of pull. Because now you having to pull from different places. So and you're not pushing no more. You stop. She's like, okay, I gotta pull myself out of this hole. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. So
that's actually kind of an interesting like image in my mind. It's like sometimes we want like whether it be like a material thing or whatever, but it's like we can see it, but the catch is that we can see it, but it's in a hole. So it's like you're like, dang, I really want that. Right. But in order to get it, you have to jump down, and then the pool is trying to get back up. It's like you can go buy it, but you have to work your way back up. And so yeah, I remember when I was a kid, my family was I can't say that we were ever like poor, but the struggle, oh yeah, for sure. I remember plenty of times, more so when I was younger. I mean, it got better over time, but like plenty of times where it was like, yo, we don't know what we're gonna eat.
Facts.
I got so many stories about that kind of stuff, but the second time, it's like I remember being a kid and my dad was trying to figure out what we're gonna eat, because I think we started asking like, hey man, we're hungry, and he like opened the cabinet, and when I tell you like there was like one can of food, like one can of beans, that was it. And it was just like or like one carton of eggs, like that was it. But every single time God always provided. There's actually like a song by Lecrae. I don't know if you ever heard of it. I think it's called Broke.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
being broke made me rich.
Yeah, like being broke made me rich. Basically saying like, I know what it's like to be broke. That's why I'm able to be rich, because I go back. And so, but yeah, like I think one other thing, I guess until we can jump to the next question, it's like one of the things that pushes me is that, and not just by money wise, but just in general, like just for my life in its entirety. One of the things that keeps me going is knowing that God has more for me. You know what I mean? Like family is a motivator, money is a motivator, all that stuff. But I know for me, it's just like, because like, man, I want to give up all the time. Like I want to throw in the rag and be like, yo, I'm just not ready for this, or I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I do everything wrong. Like this is not like where I want to be. Like maybe if it's like talking about like my job or whatever, like I feel stuck, whatever. But it's just like, well, one of the things, and like it doesn't happen like it's like super big all the time, but it's just like a little shimmer of like hope, where it's like, but I know God has so much more, not just for me, but for my wife and for my son. It's like I know He has so much more for me, and I know that if I stop here, we're never gonna get there. You know, if I really like throw in the towel, we're not gonna get there. You know, and so it's like I think it's okay, and I think we need to give ourselves some grace. It's like it's okay to get stuck. Yeah. But it's not okay to stay, you know, which sounds weird. It's okay to get jammed up, but it's just like, but don't just freaking stay there. You gotta get your spare tire and keep rolling. But yeah.
No, that's good. Oh man, sorry, make me emotional. Sorry guys, I was trying to hold back the tears. They're trying to come out.
This is definitely a tearjerker topic.
Definitely not trying to be teary-eyed right now.
No, right?
Look, I ain't crying in front of none of y'all ever, and I ain't finna start today. Okay?
You better start. No, I'm kidding. But like,
ain't nobody see me cry.
I'm good. But so like, I think when Seth was talking, something that like kind of popped out to me, it's just like how he was talking about like being broke, and it's like being broke causes you to get your crap together. Like when you broke, like if you for real, like one of them people who's like, because there's some people who will be broke and they're like, whatever, I'm gonna be broke, and they don't want to do nothing else. And then it's like they just stay enabled in that spot of like, whatever, I'm just gonna let this be what it is. But it's like majority of the time, 98.2% of us just making up numbers now.
I'm just like, where did you get that from?
I'm like trying to, anyway, but 98.2% of us, when we is broke, we want to get out of that place. Let me
Yeah.
we want to get out of that place. You know what I mean? Like, so it causes us to look at what we're doing, you know, to start making a plan to get out of that place to move forward. Because people don't just become successful because they are broke and stay broke. People don't become successful because they go bankrupt and then continuously become bankrupt, except for the rare exceptions, but we're not talking about those right now. But you know what I mean? It's like they do it and it's like, okay, so I got bankrupt or I'm broke and I have nothing, but now I'm going to work my way up. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to look at myself. I'm going to do that self-improvement. I'm going to get a job. I'm going to save my money. I'm going to pay for those things that I need to pay for. I'm going to get out of debt. It's like you start putting your money where it needs to go. You start putting your time where it needs to go. And those things that are time wasters, you start getting rid of those things because they're not important it's not important. It's not going to get you to where you need to go. So yeah, just as you were saying that, like, that's just what I thought about. Is like, what people do to get out of those places of being dry.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's like the word broke has always been so funny to me when it comes like talking about money. It's like broke. It's like, huh. And so it's like, so what's the opposite of being broke? It's fixed. It's like operational. So it just like I think and once again, not about money, but like it just like, I think some of us, I know for me in certain aspects, it's like I'd rather be broke because I know what it feels like to be functional and fixed or have what I need. So I'm afraid to be where I need to be and then get broke again. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. It's like,
that's that tug of war.
That's that tug of war.
That's literally the tug of war.
It's just like, no, man, I'd rather just stay where I'm at because I just knocked over a bottle. But anyway, it's like, but yeah, but that's just that comfortability. But what's the next question?
So what is pulling you away from reaching your goals? So
I guess
first, I know you did. So first of all, let's all raise our hands here. If you have goals, do you have goals? Raise your hand. If you have goals and you're watching this, hit the heart button so we can see that you're there. Good job. All right.
I don't have a heart button.
Not for you. Not you.
Oh.
I'm dead.
I don't have a heart button.
So real quick, what is everybody's goals?
So are we talking like which goals are we talking about? I got like,
okay, so what are goals that you have that you're currently not pursuing because you're being pulled away from them?
Oh, currently not pursuing?
Let's go there.
Well, I mean, I guess right now I'm still trying to figure that out because everything that we're trying to accomplish, we're actually walking in it right now. So I'm just trying to. Maybe I don't understand that question, or I don't know.
Okay.
Like, okay, what about the dream? So, what about this? Like, what are your dreams? Is that better?
Finish school. Get a house.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I got everything else that I could want.
That's what's up. No, that's real. That's what's up.
No, fact.
Yeah.
I mean,
one thing I know, like spiritual wise, I'm trying to walk into my calling because I know I got one, and it's one of the things that is just keeping me from it is the fear of not succeeding in my calling or not being able to fully fulfill what my calling is before I leave Earth. Because I know I'm supposed to have been in my calling, but I've been for years. But now I'm slowly jogging, not walking, but I'm jogging towards my calling, and it's kind of scary. It's because like I see people who's actually doing it, and it's like, okay, so how can I get there? What do I need to do in order to get there? And it just seems like every time I take one step forward, it's just something that just kind of like, okay, well, you're not good enough for that right now. Your life's not together right now. So how about you just take your little tail right on back a couple of steps because you ain't ready for it. And then it's just like, I start doubting myself, and it kind of gets, what's that word? It's a word, doubtful. It's like a kind of like doubtful in a way. It's like you feel like you're not good enough. It's a word for that. I just forgot. It was like
self-esteem.
Like, what was the word?
Self-esteem? No.
I don't think it's another word, but yeah, it's
Down and out.
it's just like I'm fearful, like I'm too, like I know I can do it, but it's just like a small, you see like other people living their life, like they walking in that, and it's just like I still struggle with like a lot of things that I'm working on, and it's like, okay, well, I don't think I'm ready for that yet, so I kind of take a little step back. I forgot, it's a word for it. Okay, it'll come
like
up. But...
hindrance.
Yeah, no, it's like
it's like a hindrance. Okay. I know that's a hindrance to myself. Yeah, that's the word. Thank you.
Yeah,
I know it was there.
He was working his way through the dictionary trying to figure out which word.
Right. So pretty much, like for you, you would say that. So fear is pulling you away. Fear is your pull.
Fear is definitely, because it's like you're walking into the unknown. It's like you don't know what to expect. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't even know if you could even fulfill it. Like, I know I can because God called me to it, but it's just like, well, I'm doubting myself because I don't think I can. And I don't think I'm ready because I have a hard time talking in front of people now. So you expect me to go and talk in front of what? Like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. But this job that I have, though, is actually slowly preparing me for that, my calling, because I deal with a lot. You're
talking to millions of people right now.
I know. I was like, she said she having a hard time talking to people, and we all on Facebook Live and everything.
But I can't see them. I see you guys. I'm comfortable with y'all, but them, I can't see them. So technically, it's not the same. Technically.
Right.
You know, it's like what she said. It reminds me of what Apostle had brought up during, I think, one of our table talks, when he was saying it's almost like you're comparing your path to other people when they're like two total. They might have like the same title as you, but they're like two different paths. It's like you could be say like we had a job. I'm a team lead and I'm a team lead in the warehouse, and you're a team lead in prep. We're team leads, but it's like two different jobs. It's like you're over a whole completely different thing than I am, but we got the same position. So just because you see them and their members respond to them in a positive way, and it's like it's different from you. It's like it's two different jobs. It's like if I'm working on drive-through and a sandwich person having an easier job, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be complaining. I'm like, all you do is sit here. I'm the one who got to deal with the customers complaining about an order, and all you back here is doing to making a sandwich. You mess up the sandwich, they're coming to me about it, like I made it. So it's like just seeing the other person, like what you need to take from that is like, you just because it might be hard, it might look easier to them, you just don't know the struggle they're going through. Just like it's saying for you, it's like it might look easy to you now, but for all you know, the day before, boy, them and God was like, "Hey man, I'm right here, God. I'm about to say, forget it. You can take this gift away." It's like, so it's like I'm with you on the same thing with that as well too, because like for me, it's not necessarily the fear of what's my push and pull from my what's pulling me from my goals and dreams. It's more of the results of it. It's like I'm not scared to do it. I want to do it, but I'm more of like, what if the results is not what it's supposed to be? What if like I'm doing it, but I'm doing it wrong, or I'm not doing it as like I'm not basing it off of what other people. I'm doing it off my own expectations of what the results are supposed to look like. So if my goal is to get big with music, my mindset of getting big with music is different from the normal person. Oh, he's successful with music. So a normal person would say a successful person with music is they got, say, 10 fans. And I'm like, to me, just 10 fans are like, dude, that's your family. That's it. That's your family supporting you. That's not big, bro. It's like for me, it's like when it comes to what's pulling you away from your goals, it's always gonna come down to you. No matter what you put it, it's you in the middle of whatever. You can say it's somebody else that's stopping you, but you're in the middle of that. How they're stopping you from doing what you want to do? Do they got a gun to your head? Are they making sure you don't have access? It's like at the end of the day, no matter what is in front of you, if you walking down the road and all of a sudden there's a big hole that happens in the middle of the road, you gonna make that one hole stop you from getting to the other side? No, you're gonna find a way around the hole. You gotta find a way around. If you need to, build a bridge over it. Like you're the only true reason to stop you from reaching your goal. And I guess for me, it's finally accepting that I'm the only reason that's stopping me from reaching my goal. I'm my pull. And the hardest part about that is like, so how I stop myself? How do I stop myself from pulling myself? Because I can have a positive mindset one day, and the next thing I know, I'm like, man, get it. I ain't doing it no more. All because like it's a mind. It's like your mind playing tricks on yourself. Because you can have a good moment one day, and all of a sudden you can see something or hear something from somebody or do something that doesn't result in what you were looking for, and you be like, see, I knew I couldn't do it. It's like, so that's my pull. It's like I'm fighting myself right now.
Yo, okay, so I want to jump in here. So whenever Mariah was talking, you were talking about comparison, and it made me think about the Jonathan McReynolds song that says "Comparison Kills," because whenever we compare ourselves to other people or we compare our situations to other people's situations, it kills what's growing inside of us, because then we automatically discourage ourselves because it doesn't look the way that we feel like it should look. And then whenever AJ, you were talking about success, I literally had a conversation with somebody today at work about success, but it was more of we need to change the way that we view success. We so easily view success as, oh, well, this person has this, so I have to get this to be successful. But like, somebody could look at me and think that I'm successful. Somebody could look at y'all and think that y'all are successful because you have marriage, you've been married for 6 years, and you got 4 kids. They could look at that and think you're successful. But you, where you're at, you're like, nah, I ain't successful. I'm still trying to do this and this and that. But it's like, but we have to like start looking at those little successes. Like the fact that we're married, that's a huge success. So, okay, cool. All right. The fact that we got kids, that's a huge success. So instead of looking at it in the place of me being successful has to be how the world views success. I have to have a degree and I have to do this. I have to do that. Just like, what did God say to Adam and Eve in the Bible? He said, who told you that? Nobody told you that you had to have this. Nobody told you that you had to have that. You put these expectations on yourself. And so it's like, one, realistic expectations, being okay with the little successes, because the little successes are going to get you to the big successes. And then the big successes, you're going to get there and still probably think you're unsuccessful. Because think about all the famous people. I guarantee you, they're like successful. We see them as successful and they probably sitting there like, man, I could do so much better than what I'm doing. But we're like, oh, you're so successful. I wish I was you. And they're like, you wish you were me. Shoot, I wish I was this person, you know? So it's like continuously pushing yourself to be better, no matter where you're at and no matter what you feel like it looks like. Because somebody's always behind you. Somebody's always ahead of you. And either somebody's looking at you like you're successful and you looking at somebody else, but like, look at yourself. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is what I'm doing. Like me working on myself and pushing forward. Like, yes, the people around me are going to help me grow. Like we're going to help each other grow, obviously. But it's like when you die, at the end of the day, when you and God is sitting there talking, he's like, well done, my good and faithful servant. He ain't going to be like, well done, my good and faithful servant, because you met the success level of Kim Kardashian. Like, you know, right. Like, keep it real. He gonna be looking at the work that you put in while you was here. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there because look, I tell you, I've been fighting that battle. I've been fighting that battle hard because it's easy. It is so easy to compare. Man, when you see other people and you're just like, especially with this one, because he got a twin. So like, I ain't even like, you know what I mean? It's like we walk in the house and it's like, oh, you look like Shim. So then it's like this whole like automatically, it's like, you know, it's like this whole comparison thing just pops off. But it's like been having to check myself. Like, look, boom, one, you don't, nope. Handle your business.
Hey,
like
I already know I'm more handsome, so I ain't.
Oh my God.
Like, it's like if we're talking about looks, I'm way more successful than he is, man. You know, I'm like light years away.
I'm not about to play with it.
Look, I can't. Oh, look, Amber, I just saw Amber's post. She said, you have to be relentless. If you fall down 10 times, get up 11. I like that.
That's what I'm dealing with right now. Is I'm the falling down because it's a whole different story. But yeah, I'm definitely dealing with that. It's because like I know that I'm walking into like a whole new season. Like I know I felt it when it was happening a couple of weeks ago. I always get this feeling of feeling. I don't know. It's just a word. I can't think tonight. But there's always this feeling that I get that when I know that I'm getting ready to walk into a whole different season, I start just feeling more like giddy up-ish in a way. Like I have more energy to just get up and just start my day. And it's just like that kind of pushes me. And so now this new season that I'm going into, I don't even know what this season is, but hey, I'm all for it. So that's
Look, do it.
like,
Look,
waking up every day, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like I used to be able to.
It's like when you get to that next chapter, man. It's like, ooh, the next chapter of the book.
It's like I'm excited. Like, what's that? I'm ready.
Right.
Yeah.
That's super facts.
You know, there's sometimes that I wish that we can literally give our lives like by episodes. I feel like my life would be so much easier if I can look at episodes. It's like, what episode are we on?
That would be so cool.
Right.
It's like, dude, like give me episodes. Episodes of my life. It was like, oh, it was like, hey, which episode?
It's that SpongeBob. I don't want to be in like a SpongeBob episode.
Only you. Always SpongeBob.
No. The only reason I said that
because
because like there's no progression in SpongeBob. Like this dude still don't got a license. He's still at the Krusty Krab.
But he still keeps trying to take the test though.
He keeps trying. That's what matters.
Yeah.
He doesn't give up.
I give him that.
Poor Mrs. Puff.
Yo, SpongeBob, why?
Do we have more questions?
Yeah, so there's one more thing I think I wanted to say real quick. But yeah, so what is it that you do to help push yourself? Actually, that was a question. What do you do to help push yourself? Do you have like a routine that you do in the morning, or like what do you do to keep yourself pushing, like internal motivation? Y'all are funny.
Well, one thing that I have done that I need to keep doing is write down my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, and what I actually expect. In not a negative way, but like what I expect in life. It's just like, or just remembering the prophecies and the promises that God's delivered to me about certain things in my future. So yeah, just simply writing it down. Just writing it down. Like for example, I have a notebook where I wrote down a crap load of dreams and goals, whatever. But I can't tell you the last time I opened it. But I gotta go back in there and check that thing out because I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to do that. Like, oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to do this. Because it really helps. It really helps. Like, yeah, just write it down.
That's good.
Yeah, that's one method.
What y'all got?
For me, honestly, my internal motivation is like when I wake up, and it's like I wake up and then I get that reminder of like, hey, you still got you. I woke up like, now I still got another opportunity to go do what I want to do. It's crazy because it's like my mind don't automatically like, oh, thank God I woke up. It's like I wake up and it's like, today's another shot at achieving my goals. Like, and it's like as much as cliche as that sounds, it's like I'm legit. It's like I wake up And it's like I wake up excited. It's like, all right, I could work on like if I'm working on music, I'm like, all right, wake up. I got some more ideas for music, or oh, I got this idea for this dance video I'm gonna do, or wake up for to go to work, get this money so I can go get this. So it's like waking up just knowing that I got the opportunity to do whatever. I wake up, I have the opportunity to do anything I want to get what I want and need. It's like to have that opportunity is what pushes me.
For sure. So
You got anything?
So when I wake up, I have like this little motivational book. It changed the page. I can't open it. I got one hand. Hang on. But it just has like a lot of. I can't open it. Sorry. I was gonna show it to you, but I can't get it open. But it's like a little calendar type thing that has like emotional quotes on it. Not emotional, but inspirational quotes on it.
There you go.
So you're able to just like flip the page for whatever day it is, and then like you could just read it, and then that's how I just start my day. I just wake up, I'll read it, and then I'll go wake up the kids because we got to get them ready for daycare, and then that's how I start my day because I have to go to work. But yeah, waking them up, and then they just wake up all happy and jumping around and yay, we're going to school, we're going to Nana. Like they just wake up, and so then seeing them jumping up like that is just like, today's gonna be a good day. Cause they're happy, they're doing what they're supposed to do for right now, which is like in the morning times. Most of the time it's just kind of a little bit hard, but it's just waking up, just knowing that you have a day to the day ahead of you. Anything can happen, like positive, like somebody can just need prayer or something, they come up to you, you just talking to. Like today I had like a 30-minute conversation about God. Like that's rare at my job. Like most of the time I'm talking to those people who just do bad in the world, and they just need somebody to talk to because they don't have nobody to talk to. So that I always talk about like negative stuff all the time. I'm like, well, you can get out of this and start doing this. So it always turns out to be positive because I don't like when people just come and start like just speak negative the whole time. Like nobody wants to hear that all the time. Like, so you gotta speak life and positivity.
You got the negative the whole time.
Right. Put that positive vibes only sign. I had one of those.
I had that, the positive vibes. Yeah.
No, that's dope. I know for me, and I know somebody, Amber also posted this too. She was like, pray and a vision board. And I was like, yeah, that's totally my thing. I'm like, prayer.
Post-it notes everywhere.
Meditation. Oh my God. I have post-it notes everywhere. But like, I look at them when I need my motivation. I'd be like, okay, I'm getting into the dumps. Okay, so what can happen if I really fall into this? Okay, we don't want that to happen. Let's get back to doing what we need to do. But
she put a post-it note on my forehead once.
Prayer. I do like little meditations, like with the Calm app, and then also like just reading the Bible, because like honestly, like the Bible is some of the best motivation like you can ever get, especially like I think like reading the story, Job's story, like when it comes to like push and pull, I think biblically his is one of like the biggest, like God put him through so many tests and trials, and this man just kept pushing. He was like, I'm just gonna keep pushing, I'm gonna keep pushing, and I'm gonna keep pushing, and God blessed him in the end. And so I think it's super important, like to read your Bible. Like literally you can search, especially if you have the Bible app, like you can search words for like motivation that you need that day. Like you can type in like, positivity and it'll pop up something for you, So it's like, you can just type in those words and it'll like lead you to scripture. So yeah. Well. Yeah.
Right. Job's strong.
Right.
If I was in those times, I was like, yep, that's it. I can't make it. I'm like, all right, God, you won. I'm like, I'm like, that man was tough. I'm like, yeah, his will way better than mine. I'm trying to get there, but I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you, God.
Well, we have reached the point of the live where we open it up to our viewers. So if our viewers have any questions, by all means, you can type them below, and then we're also gonna drop the Zoom link down. So if you want to pop on,
it's your time to shine.
Your time to shine.
Hey now, hey wow.
That's my song. Stop playing.
Just
Hey,
some
boy, that's
positive
that.
declarations.
I know. Let's do some positive declarations. Like,
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh,
Positive
Let's throw it out.
declarations.
You know, y'all know a
I have that
song that
written
we
in my
grew up
book,
with
too.
by that was popular when we was younger. Nas, when he had the song "I Know I Can" when the kids were singing it. I know I can. What was be what I wanna be? That was my
oh, I
jam,
think I
boy.
know
That
that. I think I know that one.
I know I can.
All right,
I
so
know
like
I can.
while we're waiting for some people to throw some questions out there for us, like literally, I just want everybody to like give like 3 good declarations right now, just to encourage our viewers, and even encourage ourselves. You know what I mean? Because we could always, all of us, could use the encouragement all the time.
So it's to my turn. Let me think.
First thing that comes to your mind, let's go.
Don't let your present situation put a stranglehold on your future.
Ooh.
Yeah. Next,
Oh.
somebody. I can't go all at once.
If you're, look, check this out. If you're looking for good advice, I'm trying to figure out how he said it. One second. I'm like, because I heard this in a thing I was listening to. It's like, so basically it was like this. It was like, never ask a fish to describe water. And what he meant by that is, if somebody that you know, like you're trying to get advice from somebody that's been in like the same place their whole lives, they don't know any different. Like, don't ask that person. Go ask somebody else who you know, can really explain it to you from a more fresh perspective. I think it's what I'm trying to say. But yeah.
I get that. I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can rock with it.
Yeah. So don't ask a fish to describe water.
So
Don't give up.
No.
favorite. Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, is that what you said? Don't give up.
I said, don't give up.
Oh, okay. I was just like, wait, okay. So my go-to scripture is always Philippians 4:13. I just lost it. I had it.
Right.
You can do
Right.
all things through Christ that strengthens me. Huh?
There we go.
I was like,
I was like, wait, what? So I say that because you do not ever allow anybody to tell you that you cannot do what you have in your heart to do, or what you have set your goals for. You can do it. Just remember, you can do it.
That's good.
We don't like negativity, so you can do it.
for sure.
Right. If God woke you up this morning, he has a purpose for you. So keep pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Keep pushing. Don't stop. Keep pushing.
If he brought you to it, he'll get you through it.
There you go.
What kind of country mess is that? It's probably something my grandma would tell me.
Now you listen here, baby. If he brought you to it, he'll go get you through it.
My
Amen.
grandma used to tell me that all the time. Like, bro.
Listen, that's all fun and games, but the number one advice I want everybody out there to take with you: when in doubt, peeky out. Okay? I'm telling you, this will save you. When in doubt, peeky out. It got me through a lot.
Look, how about this?
That's profound.
When in doubt, remember, it's a movement. We will be on not this upcoming Friday, but the Friday after that. So if you want to tune in, what you're gonna want to tune in, because we keeping it real, we keep it raw, and we keep it. I ain't gonna do that because that's lame. Fresh, but it's okay though.
Wow.
And of course, we gotta bring you the good laughs because it's a Friday night. So
Yes.
Oh man.
But I think I'm not sure what this one is too. But again, I just want to thank we want to thank everybody who's tuned in tonight. Just give quick shout outs. Apostle Hope, she was on the Facebook Live. Lorraine Avery, she was on as well. Avella. Shout out to Avella. Hey, Avella.
Oh.
She was on live with us.
Yeah.
Dr. Goodson also popped on. How you doing? Nice to see you.
We got all the celebrities.
And then also Amber was on with us. Thank you, Amber, for your input. We very much so appreciate it.
She's a doctor, man. We got doctors watching us.
Yes, we got Dr.
Oh, it's
Amber.
deep.
Dr.
We deep up here.
Dr. E.
As well be.
We done penetrated the medical field. Let's go.
And let's see, who else was on with us? Okay. Stephen Shanks. He started on with us this morning. He
Yes,
gave me a
sir.
shout out to
Yeah, man.
someone you know. So
Yeah, that's what's up.
Let's see,
Absolutely.
Mimi was on, and Mimi, we are definitely praying for you. This is a friend of ours. She actually just lost her mom, so just keep her family in prayer. Let's see, Judy Jackson is also on. Molly Romero joined, which is actually somebody I went to high school with, guys. Kind of crazy. And I'm gonna butcher her name. It says Shatira. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's my mother-in-law.
Okay.
That's my mother-in-law.
Okay.
AJ's
Oh,
yeah.
Mama AJ here? Okay.
Yeah, she's on.
What? She over there being nosy.
Time to log off.
He was like, what?
But again, we just want to thank you all for joining us. Oh, and also I know we were missing our fifth Camille.
Our fifth Camille.
Our fifth person.
How many Camille's we got?
Anyway.
He said our fifth, and then she paused and said Camille. So
Camille.
Listen.
She was out, but she will be on with us, not this Friday, but the Friday after that.
That'd be awkward if she's there on the next Friday because we ain't gonna be here.
So
Like,
you all just stay tuned in. We're glad you tuned in with us tonight. And on that note, we are going to swag on out of here like we do, because y'all know how we do. Okay. You all just stay tuned in.
So cold, yo. Jesus hit him with that stunner like he's stone cold. Then I raised from the tomb into some royalty that's rose gold. We gotta have your foot on the accelerator, going up. We gotta have your foot on the accelerator, going up. We came in with no reservation, came in with no hesitation, came in with no medication, but we left with all the validation in the room. Once I was done, we dropped the mic, then we dip like vroom. So cold, yup, Jesus.
All right. Well, again, thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Adios.
With the creatives to join this movement.
Creatives. Out.
Yeah.
Let's get it.